Welcome back to Digital Summit Chicago. We're playing 3 questions with all of our favorite speakers today. Now I have the chance to speak to Ayat Shukairy of Invesp. We're going to find out who she is, what she does, and we're going to ask some really cool questions about the digital marketing space. So Ayat, tell us who you are, tell us about your presentation today, and tell us what you do.
So my name is Ayat Shukairy. I'm the co-founder of Invesp, a conversion rate optimization company. So we do conversion rate optimization and A/B testing, try to understand what's going on the site and optimize it to make it even better.
Where does the name Queen of CRO come from?
It comes from
this is badass, by the way.
Well, I want to say that my husband actually dubbed me that name, and I'm always like, can you not say that in client presentations? But yeah, it's just come from the name of like just running so many experiments. I've ran, thousands upon thousands of experiments. So having that under my belt and being really, there aren't a lot of women within the industry that can claim the same. So that's awesome. Kind of why I've earned the crown.
And in looking at some of your history and some of what you've done, I'm fascinated, and I love what you've done, and I love what you've done for the space of CRO. And as we chatted before this, I think it's an underserved portion of the industry. And I want to understand your take on CRO, where it is and where it's going over the maybe next 3 to 5 years. Where do you see it going?
So, again, with the introduction of AI, some things have become a little bit easier. So trying to figure out if we can automate some of the parts of CRO, especially when it comes to A/B testing, like QAing. Like when I'm conducting any type of research, surveys, interviews with customers, trying to aggregate that data in an easier way and making sure that I'm pulling all of the necessary insights is something that, we're trying to leverage, AI as much as possible. So I think the speed in which we're able to turn around experiments and the ability to also really pull a lot of insights and pull all of that information together is, I think, where the industry is going. The nice thing about CRO is, at least for the next 3 to 5 years, I don't think that our jobs are in danger. Maybe other digital marketing spaces might feel like, a little bit, there could be like, some impact. But for us, I feel like actually the automation is going to make things a lot better and easier. Development, development's amazing because we develop all these experiments. So you have now like tools that can help you actually develop these experiments.
And the way I think about it is I can ask AI for a framework, but AI is not going to be able to replace or outperform your framework. And that framework comes from years and years of experience and probably thousands of experiments that you've run on websites, right? To know what works and what doesn't. You could try to train an AI on some of that information to help you, but I, as a general user who wants to do CRO, I'm going to get some basics from the interwebs and from AI. But if I go there, I have as much chance of ruining my conversion rate as I have of improving my conversion rate, is what I see it. So find an expert and find this expert. All right, shall we play 3 questions?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, first thing, we talked about this in terms of CRO, but where's marketing heading in the next 3 to 5 years? We've got a lot of technology with these crazy, it seems like we're at an inflection point every 6 months now with the pace of change. Where do you see this industry in 3 to 5 years?
I would say that there's going to be a lot of like hyper-personalization, which is exciting and also a little bit scary because, in the end, I think anonymity is going to become a luxury for people to get ultimately. Additionally, I also think, it's automating a lot of the mundane tasks. So it's making things a lot easier for people. Hopefully that doesn't come at the expense of getting good quality, whether it's, digital marketing or, for example, even like content. I think the biggest, fear that I have is that, a lot of the content is just like AI generated. So it's just like, sifting through that and trying to find that quality content, that quality, information is going to be a little bit more challenging.
There's a word that I've heard a lot this week at the event, and it's about trust. It's brands and trust. And people are saying that, hey, we need to get back in person so you can connect with a human and you can do business with people you know, like, and trust, and that AI, we can get the know and like piece down, but you can't get trust out of that piece. So to your point about the AI slop, I think we're in that spot where at some point we have to be able to humanize that. I call it a conversation because it's not even a transaction at that point, right? So it's like if you're producing all that crap, you've got a human, and don't produce all that crap, first of all, lesson number 1. But be human first is kind of a good rule. And I think that's what I heard you say is like, we've got to humanize the thing. I want to tap into something you said about, it taps onto privacy, like this idea of hyper-personalization, because right at the cusp of the AI revolution, we had this privacy versus marketing thing, right? Google was getting rid of cookies and some other stuff, which I'm sure impacted conversions as well. It's this idea that as consumers, I want my privacy, but I still want to be marketed to well. So I don't want you selling me tennis shoes if I don't play tennis. I don't want you to sell me a bicycle if I don't ride a bike. So where's the balance for you in this idea? Because we do, as consumers, want some privacy, and as advertisers, we want personalization. How's that going to work for us?
I think it's allowing visitors, especially on websites, to maybe like opt into certain experiences. Like for example, most recently we had a client where they're really trying to distinguish whether it's a B2B or a B2C customer. And they're trying to create the experience and cater the experience towards that customer. So what we did was we did it as an A/B test just to make sure that we're not causing more friction.
Sure.
We're trying to figure out like, hey, opt in, and then we're going to personalize the experience for you. So there are ways to sometimes go about doing it that way. I don't know if that's the best way from a CRO perspective. Obviously trying to like deliver the experience without them having to opt in is way better. But again, if I'm trying to respect their privacy, then
that's it.
And that.
Guess what? People are going to opt in when they trust us.
Exactly.
And that's key, right? That's going to help us create a long-term relationship. All right. Yeah. Last question. In 2026, what have you seen from AI? What have you done in AI? What does your year look like in terms of what's AI doing for you, with you?
Yeah, actually pretty exciting stuff for us at Invest. One thing that we did was we did away with our PM tool, our HR system completely, our time tracking tools, and we created basically, because of AI, we coded a system where we were able to do all of that. And it's all in-house and it's all proprietary to our company. So it's exciting, the things that you can do. Yeah, it's really neat.
That is super nerdy, wonderful.
Yeah, so we're very excited about it. And the nice thing about it also is that we've always wanted to create a database for all of our experiments, and we were doing a lot of that work manually.
Spreadsheet.
Exactly, now we're able to have all of it within this amazing database.
I can see so much power in that, right? Because then you can ask of all of your historical experiments, you can find trends, and you can do sort of that deep trend analysis too.
Exactly, 100%.
Awesome stuff. All the insights you're going to be able to pull from that. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been wonderful chatting with you.
Thank you.
So glad to have had the pleasure of meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Thanks.